Yes, sir. Thank you, Tara. All right, perfect. So let's get started. So yeah, like Tara mentioned, my name is Charles Walker. I am the CEO of PTS Marketing, and also just like most of you guys, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So a few companies. I do PTS Marketing. I also a mortgage loan officer in Florida and Michigan, and then also I'm an Airbnb host as well. So if you guys have any questions, or like Tara said, feel free to save them to the end. But if it's something that I'm mentioning right now, and you think it'll benefit somebody else, or you think it'll you want to know something, you want more clarity on it right now, feel free to stop me and I'll clarify anything that's needed. So with that being said, what we're going over today is the types of social media marketing, how to get started, the most effective platforms, the most effective ways to advertise on them, creating a consistency so it doesn't take up all of your time and energy and that you start dreading it and you don't even want to do it because it took so much time. Setting goals, using Business Suite, which I want to show you guys and introduce you to, which is Facebook's program, Business Suite. It kind of manages and helps you optimize all of your social media. And then obviously questions at the end. All right, so I'm gonna go to the first slide here. So what is social media marketing? Social media marketing is the use of social media platforms and websites to promote your business or service, right? It's 24/7 marketing. So what I like to think of is, especially right now, what's the number one thing that's kind of bringing businesses down? It's COVID, right? You never know. Your business could be shut down tomorrow, or it could, anything can happen, right? COVID, vaccines, like everything's going up, right? So 24/7 marketing allows you to be, active, whether your business is open or closed. And also if you're, going on, hang on one second. Whether you're open or closed, right? And then also, like I said, if anything's shut down, your business is still running on social media. You can run an advertisement, you can send out posts, you can do everything, automate your whole process. All right. So with that being said, what I want to show you guys is a couple features and then also benefits. I want to go through it all in depth. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to stop me. So the features, it's a free platform, right? With access to millions of people. Anybody and everybody that you want or want to advertise to is on social media. So make sure you take advantage of that, right? You have a profile, you have a news feed, you have DM with direct messages. You also have trending and popular pages, and also advertising. So these platforms, they give you the tools to be successful, right? And to be honest, it makes them the most money if you are keeping clients engaged on social media, right? If you're consistently posting things that are engaging with clients, right? Go ahead. I hear somebody? Okay, so I'm gonna keep it going. So when I say profile, your profile is where your business is or how you want your brand to be. Like I exchange the word business and brand all the time when you're talking about social media, because that's what you're promoting is your brand. What do you want people to think of when they go to your social media page, right? It's your brand. All right. The newsfeed, you can post everything about your brand and everything about your business onto that newsfeed for people to see. All right. And then also messaging. Messaging, if somebody has a question about your business, maybe they want to know what hours, you have a brick and mortar, they want to know what hours you're open, they can message you through that. Or what I like to use more like myself is if I post something, I'm even going to send that out to multiple different people through direct message. All right. If I post something, people are more likely to see it, one, because I'm right in their face DMing it to them versus waiting on Facebook or Instagram's algorithm. I'm going to send it right to them, put it right in your face. That way you see it. Go comment on it. Go give it a like. Go, I'm going to go in more depth about what that does for you in a little bit, but I send it right to people, right in their face. That way they have it. All right. Also, trending popular pages. Like I said, they want you to be out there. So the people that get the most engagement on their posts, they're going to promote that to the highest level because they want you to be successful, essentially. All right. And the last but not least is advertising. You can run paid advertisements on Facebook and Instagram. The benefits, like I said, those were the features. These are the benefits, right? Like I said, 24/7 marketing. Your business does not have to be open. Social media is always running. People are always on social media, and your business could potentially spike a new client or new customer for your business. Your customers are there. Everybody in the world is there on social media, so it's an abundance. It's, you can have a client, and also somebody else down the road, or maybe your biggest competitor can also have a client. It's big enough for everybody. That's what I mean by that word abundance right there. Rapport, you build common ground with your clients, right? You're advertising something that they want to see. So that's building rapport with them. And then also analytics. I want to break this down a little bit, but I want you guys to know like how Instagram and Facebook break it down to literally the age of your client. They break it down to the gender. They break it down to every little thing, the race of anybody and everybody that's watching or looking at your content. They break it down through the analytics, all right? And then also automation, how to make it easier for yourself, right? You don't want to be on there, like I said, bogging you down, things like that. And at the end of the day, social media is free for you to market on. You don't even have to run paid advertisements, and you can gain many, many clients from social media. All right. All right, so 2 types of social media marketing. I did this in the last one. If you guys joined it, you might remember this slide, but I want to go a little bit more in depth this time, all right? So there's 2 types of accounts that you can have, business accounts that is, on social media, right? There's a personal life and also a content account you can have. And then there's also a content and product only account. So what do I mean by that, right? Personal life and content is, like I said, a brand. You're building a brand for yourself in your business. So you being out there, having yourself out there and making like a really family culture, a family oriented culture, that's going to be the first one, right? Personal life, and also sharing content about your business. Now the content and product only is, let's say maybe you're selling on Amazon or something like that. You're selling products, right? You might not want your personal life out there. You might not want to promote like a family kind of culture. You want to promote strictly business, right? I only want my product being shown, maybe people wearing it, but I'm not necessarily showing like myself or like a team of people wearing it. I'm specifically showing marketing. I want everybody to know what the product is, not necessarily about life events or not necessarily about a family culture. So you guys will kind of get the gist of that, right? Knowing the difference between I want to have my personal life and also I want to create like a lifestyle around it, or I just want the content only. I want the business only, similar to like, you won't see Cheesecake Factory posting, personal life and content, but you will see maybe LeBron James posting business and also content, right? So that's the 2 differences right there. So adding on to that too, you have to ask yourself, what do you sell, right? Obviously, all this is selling, like marketing is sales, right? So what are we selling? Do you sell services? Do you sell relationships? You sell products? Whatever you sell. If you sell relationships, you're going to be right in this first column right here. If you sell services, you're probably going to be also in this column. But if you're selling products, you're most likely going to be in this column right here. If that makes sense. So getting started. First thing you want to do, and I have it in order right here, is finding a niche. What do you do? What do you want your business to be portrayed of? Maybe make a mission statement, things like that, right? Finding a niche. Mine, I'm a mortgage loan officer, right? Like I said, many of us on here, we do multiple different things. Personally, one of my niches is I'm a mortgage loan officer, right? So then second, do I want a business or personal? That goes back to the last slide. How do I want to portray myself? Being a mortgage loan officer, kind of similar to a real estate agent, I want to portray myself as a business professional that's also family oriented, right? I want people to call me, Charles is a great guy. He's family oriented, business oriented, et cetera, right? Next, how are you going to build and grow upon social media? That's what we're going to talk about in the next couple of slides here, all right? And the next one right here I want to talk about, this is what most people get hung up on, is they don't even start. They don't even give themselves a shot. They don't even give themselves a first try, right? Just start. You do not have to be great at anything that you do in one of your first try, right? You can fall on your face as many times as you want. Just start. Just put out the content. Your business will grow from it. You never know. You can post I don't even want to swear on here. You post the worst piece of content in the world, you can still get a customer for it. Why? Because they like the consistency, right? They like that you're trying. They like the business. They like you. Sell yourself. If you don't know what to post, sell yourself and just start. Put that out there. All right. Obviously, you want to name your profile. So if we're talking Instagram and Facebook, name it something that people can remember. I almost worked with one client that was an ice cream shop, and they had something that was like, "Hello, my name is Ice Cream," or it was something so long that it was like, who's going to remember that, right? Don't be like that, right? Make it something very simple. That way people know at top of mind. Perfect. Charles Walker, MLO, or hey, Pinpoint Mortgage, right? They're calling me. They don't have to go find my information hard, right? They can Google me, or they're on Instagram at that time and they type my name in on Facebook or Instagram. it's going to pop up right there, right? I'm not making it too complicated for customers to find me, all right? Next thing is create content. So I'm going to show you guys ways, maybe if we have time in this webinar, but if not in the next one, on how to, one, create content, and then also how to use people's content. It's not even yours, right? Obviously give them credit for it, don't just steal it, but how to, essentially keep your process going and keep your customers entertained with other people's content, right? That's actually a very key thing you're gonna wanna know. Find your comfort zone. What's your sweet spot? Maybe it's not holding the camera up and talking in front of a camera, but maybe it's, audio, right? Maybe it's a podcast. Maybe it's going live. Like you have to really find your comfort zone, what you're comfortable putting out there in the world and things like that. But also it goes back to this point right here, is just start, right? Don't take forever trying to find your comfort zone and you're that person that's uncomfortable with everything, right? You want to be comfortable with something that you can portray out to the world, something that you can add value with, all right? And the next thing is field test. Like I said, you're not going to be the greatest at everything you do on social media. You're not going to be the best at a lot of it, right? But you have to field test and see what works. What gets people engaged with this post? Why do people like this post over that one, right? Maybe you took 10 hours on something and you post it, and then all of a sudden you take 30 minutes on something else, and the 30-minute thing did the best, right? You want to field test what your clients actually like. Don't just go off of what you like, right? Because I don't care what I like. I care what makes me money, right? I care what my clients like. What do they want to see? So that's what you want to think of at the end of the day with that. All right, perfect. And then next is the consistency. This is going to be a big one for a lot of people too. All right, so how do you stay consistent? Yeah, everything I just said is, it sounds good if you do it, but how do you stay consistent, right? If I do it once, how can I do it again? How can I automate my process so it's working for me? How do I automate my process so it's not taking out hours and hours of my day, but I'm still doing it, right? So a couple of ideas for this. Plan out the posts or your content a day in advance. That's the best thing you can do. I'm sure a lot of entrepreneurs, you guys have heard the thing, plan out your day a day before, right? That way you're most productive in the next day. Same thing with social media, right? Plan out, hey, what do I want to post tomorrow? Do I want to post a video maybe at noon, or do I want to post just a quick picture saying, happy Wednesday, Wine Wednesday? Like, what do I want to post, right? What do I want to keep people engaged with? So plan out it in advance, all right? Next thing, use delayed posting to coordinate posting advance time. So that's what I'm going to show you guys actually how to do in Business Suite. All right. So there's a way in Business Suite, you can take a piece of content. Actually, let's say you take 10 pieces of content, right? You don't have to post it all at once. In Business Suite, I'm going to show you guys how to automate it, right? So I want this post posted at Thursday at 10 a.m. I want this post posted at Thursday at 6 p.m. I want this other post not posted till Sunday because maybe it's Mother's Day, whatever the case may be, right? You can automate your post to however you want it and whenever you want to post it, all right? And then make it a habit too. So think about all the habits you have in your life. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you check your phone, you do things like that. Make social media a habit for your business. It'll pay off in the long run, all right? And one side that will help a lot of people is don't look at it for the instant gratification and the dollars right now. Think of it as a long-term growth. That's what social media is, right? Your brand. Nobody ever starts a business and instantly starts making money right off the bat, right? Social media is one of those things that you just need to have, right? Because it sets up the foundation of your business, right? It's something that branded to you, your company, and it stands out. That's your image of your business, all right? Set a schedule for each day. So like I said, I'm in mortgages. Maybe I do Mortgage Minute Mondays every time, right? So on Mondays, we're going to do a video. Hey, it's Mortgage Minute Monday. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Things like that, right? Have something. Maybe it's, like I said, Wine Wednesdays. I know a lot of people that do that too. So they just drink wine on live. They go Wine Wednesdays and then have on a new host one day. Things like that. Just use your imagination, all right? Have an accountability partner. There's a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of people in this webinar that you guys can reach out to, and I would definitely encourage using each other for this, right? Have an accountability partner. Say, hey, did you post today? Did you post today? Yeah, we did. All right, perfect. And then last but not least, if you can't stay consistent yourself and you tried everything, hire a professional. All right, there's plenty of professionals out there. Just get it done, right? It's one of those things. So let me check the chat real quick. I want to make sure I'm not talking too fast. I tend to do that sometimes being in sales. All right, I think we're good. All right, perfect. Moving on. So most effective platforms, right? Google My Business is one of those things that everybody needs. If you have a business that maybe a brick and mortar, or even if it's an online business, right? If you want people to see it, go to Google My Business. If you don't know how to do it, Google it, right? Very simple. It's just claiming your business on Google so that way you have a Google image and you're not a dinosaur, all right? Instagram, that's obviously a huge one, right? Facebook and Instagram are merged together, so use it how you will, all right? YouTube, that's another big thing. That's what MP Services is using to record this on and then put it on YouTube. Maybe down the line, you post a lot of content on YouTube. Maybe you start getting paid from YouTube. That's another thing, right? LinkedIn, this is a networking one. All right. So networking is key in any entrepreneur role, right? How do you meet people, like-minded individuals like yourself that you can grow with and things of that nature. All right. And then last but not least is TikTok. That is one not only for millennials. There was a study too that TikTok is actually going up in like the older generations as well. So I'm sure, a lot of you guys probably have TikToks, and, don't ignore it for business either. Even if it's something simple, posting a video on TikTok, posting a couple of pictures on TikTok with some trending music is going to get you a lot of views, going to get you a lot of content. All right. So I just want to put that out there. So like I said, Instagram and Facebook are merged together. So I'm going to show you guys Business Suite in a little bit here, and it's going to show you how to post on Facebook and Instagram simultaneously. All right. So effective strategies. This one's key. So I would definitely write this down if you can. All right. Facebook and Instagram stories. This is one of those things that keeps you relevant right now. Like if you see a lot of successful people, a lot of celebrities, a lot of things like that, they post a lot on their story because it keeps them at the top, right? If you guys are familiar with it, maybe I can show you a little bit. If you're familiar with it, Instagram story, it puts you at the top left every time. So if people post a bunch of stories after you, then yours slowly goes to the right, and people don't see that. They would have to scroll. So anytime you post a story, it goes to the first one on people's feed. So make sure that you're one of those first ones post a story. Like they do it every 10 minutes even. They do it a lot in the day. So you don't have to be that extreme, but I'm just saying post Instagram stories to stay consistent with it. No. Next, Instagram Reels with the videos. That right there is one that I've seen myself, and also a lot of my clients get the most attention on and engagement is Instagram Reels. All right, because you can use somebody else's music, you can take a video, you do all these things and post on Instagram Reel, and it's going to get a lot of feedback from it just because of the algorithm, how it's set up. All right. And next, engaging captions. It's an effective strategy because next slide, I'm going to go into it, but it's the algorithm. Everything that you post, you would want somebody engaging on it because it brings you up in the Instagram algorithm. Why does that matter? Because it gets you more, what's the word? It gets you more customers. Let's just say that. All right. It gets you a lot more exposure. That's what I was looking for. A lot more exposure on Instagram, and a lot of business from that, just off of getting post engagement. Tongue twister. Tag location. So every post you post, you want to make sure you guys tag location, especially if you're at like a popular location. Why? Because one, they might repost it, or two, because a lot of people see it. If I'm making posts in Miami, Florida, and then somebody clicks on Miami, Florida, they see all the other posts in that area as well. All right. And last but not least, effective strategy is definitely running advertisement if you have the ad budget to do so. A lot of people don't, but I'm going to still show you guys how to get business from organic reach. All right. Now, this right here is what I want to tell you. So the algorithm, let me let this person in. How does the Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, how does everybody's algorithm work? Go ahead.
Charles.
Yeah.
Before you move to that, you had two questions.
Okay. Okay, let me see where I started.
Did you suggest Twitter when you were going over the different platforms? Do you suggest Twitter?
I missed that. Most effective platform is definitely in Twitter. I just don't use it for my personal business.
And then it says the speaker stated training music, meaning working out physically, or what?
So what I mean by training music is a lot of top like 500 or top 10 music, things like that. Like any popular song that's trending right now, you'll see it too. You go on TikTok for a couple seconds, you'll see like a popular song that's somebody got on your page, they got on your feed from. They're using a popular song, right? So it could be, going on the phone right now, any Drake song, a lot of Drake songs are popular, right? It could be, let's see. a lot of The Weeknd, a lot of popular songs just in the area, like in the world, right? Have a license to use the popular music. So that's actually a good question. Cheryl asked, you have to have a license to use the popular music. So there's a difference between, like, I know what she's talking about. She's talking about trademark music, right? But Instagram Reel, Facebook Reels, things like that, they have where you can literally just add the music right from Facebook or Instagram. So you're not just taking the music and stealing it, recording it. They're actually going to do the work and put their information down below, the artist, the link to the artist. So that them doing that makes it compliant. To answer that question. So no, you do not have to have a license. All right. And then now they understand what trending means. Yes. So like I said, for anybody that doesn't, all the trending music, use it, because if you put that behind your content and it blows up, regardless if it's even related to what you're doing, it's going to blow up with it. You're going to get exposure to your business. You're going to get clients from it. All right. So like I said, Reels are one of the most engaged pieces of content you can post on Instagram. The reason behind it all is the algorithm works like this because they want you to keep clients on, like keep customers, keep people on their apps, right? The more people that you have on your content, the more people that they have on the app, the more money that they work, right? Because think about it. I could say, let's say Facebook, right? He says, hey, Jim and Sarah were on Facebook average this week, 4 hours a day, right? They're taking this to other business owners, very expensive, very high-end business owners, right? With a lot of money. And they're saying, hey, my average people are on Instagram, Facebook for 4 hours a day. So that's why my advertising budget is this, right? Because these big companies, right, they want to advertise on these platforms. Why? Because they get a lot of feedback. They get a lot of people on these apps. So with the algorithm, I'm going to show you how this works. They're going to boost your content up to the top based on how good you are with the algorithm. So how do we do that? Like I said at the top, likes. You want to get as many likes as you can on a post. Like I said, if you send it to people in your DM, it's one of my key things that I do. I send it to a lot of people in my DM. Maybe they support me because they love me as a person. Like we hang out, we're cool, we're family. Or maybe they just support it because they like the content, right? It doesn't hurt to just send out to DM like, hey, if you can just, like this real quick, I would appreciate it, right? Also comment. If they're really family, they really love you, they will put a comment on it as well. So why do we want comments? Because it boosts you up in the algorithm. That's when people that don't even follow you will start to see your post. Is from likes and comments, all right? Last and most obvious is the share part, right? As many shares as you can get, the more Facebook and Instagram look at you and they want to praise you and they want to put out your content even farther. All right, page clicks and time on post, these kind of go hand in hand because I make a post, somebody clicks on it and they stay on it for a while. What is that saying to Facebook? That's saying to Facebook, Instagram, that this is a really good post, right? People that are staying on this post a lot, they like this post. Let's promote it a little bit more and let's give them more clout, if you will. All right. Reels. I just said that multiple times. Do Reels. All right. Definitely make sure you do it. And last but not least, it's hashtags. The way hashtags works is because somebody, like people can follow hashtags now too. So let's say you're in fashion industry, you do hashtag fashion. Everybody that follows that hashtag is going to pop up on their feed possibly, right? Whatever the top performing post under the fashion hashtag is, that's what will be at the top, and that will give you recognition. That will give your business recognition. I see a comment right
Charles.
here. Yep.
Oh, you see the comment?
Please explain how to access this data. So I'm going to show it in a second here. I'm going to show you guys how to access insights. This right here isn't much data to track. I mean, it's going to be data to track in your insights, but what I'm saying is this right here, you just know, I want to get as many comments as I can. I want to get as many likes as I can. I want to get as many shares as I possibly can from these posts. All right. And then this one, I gave you guys some tips, some tools, some things to do last time when we had this webinar. And some people can get as aggressive as they want with it. Some people maybe don't have the time, but this is how to kind of grow your social media by doing little things that you can control, right? Of course, you can buy followers. I don't recommend that because they don't engage on your posts anyway, so it doesn't do anything for you. It's kind of wasting money. This right here is a way to grow your page organically, little things that you can do, all right? Of course, this is not on the page, but post exciting posts, post engaging things, and maybe even a caption, right, of something controversy, right? Because what does controversy do? It gets attention, it gets people to comment on it, right? What do we want? We want more comments. So if I post something, I'm not saying get political, but if I post something like politically, a bunch of people are going to comment on it, right? A bunch of people are going to feel some type of way either way, and they're going to comment, leave it all down in the comments. My post is going to go up. So just think about that when I talk about post engagement. All right, so this is some things to do for.
Charles, before you move
Yeah.
on, we had a couple of more questions.
Okay.
How is a number created and how many hashtags to use? And can you put the hashtags in the comments?
How is a hashtag created? So hashtag is just doing shift, and then on my MacBook it's shift 3. So just hitting the hashtag button, right? And then typing in whatever you want. So hashtag, type in fashion, and I hit space, and I'll hit hashtag Detroit, hashtag DMV. You know, you can do hashtag anything. So it's simple as that. I'll show you guys how to do it in a second. And how many hashtags to use, and can you put hashtags in the comments? So yes, that's actually a great question. You can put hashtags in the comments. I even recommend it a lot of times too. If you have a long caption already, and maybe you want attention to your actual caption, you don't want attention to the hashtags, just make your full caption, right? And then leave the hashtags down in the comment. The algorithm will still pick it up, and it'll still boost out, you know, the wherever it needs to go, right? Hashtag fashion, hashtag DMV, hashtag whatever you like. So yes. Moving on. Any more questions?
Okay, one more. You had a question from, well, Patricia. She's saying that she needs to learn how to schedule her posts in business Facebook.
Yeah, I'm about
Is
to show
that
you
something
that.
you can help her? Oh, you can already help. Okay. And if not, Patricia, okay. And once this is over, if you guys need some additional assistance, you can reach out to us and we can connect you with Charles, and we can arrange for him to help you out with your social media.
Absolutely. Cool. All righty. So moving on here. So setting goals.
And let me just,
things that,
okay, go ahead.
No, you good. No, you good.
Go ahead.
All right. So these are just goals and tasks that, you know, each and every one of you guys can implement just to slowly build up your profiles, right? Whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you like to do, right? But if I'm setting a goal of 10 new followers a day, I just like the number 10, right? So you can set whatever you want. You can do 2 new followers a day, you can do 200 new followers a day, whatever you like, however aggressive you want to be with it, all right? Also, I want to do 3 posts a week. Pretty simple to manage. DM 5 people a day. Why do I want to do that? Because I want to get my name out there. I want people to see me. Like, you know, the saying, all publicity is, you know, all publicity is good publicity. It's true, right? The more I can be out in somebody's face, the more it's going to benefit me in a way. Maybe they might follow me. Maybe they might just DM me back and say, hey, stop DMing me. All publicity is good publicity, right? So DM 5 people a day. Hopefully they go on my page, like my content next to the follow button. That's going to work that's going to work with the algorithm to get me more followers. All right. Comment on 10 photos. You can do 2 photos. You can do 5 photos, whatever you like to do. But a comment on that gets you a little bit more exposure, right? Maybe they click on your profile and they like and hit the follow button. All right. Repost 1 post per week. You can do that with a friend or family. Maybe you want to support another small business, repost somebody, doesn't hurt. And then 2 pieces of video content a month. Me, myself, I might even go more aggressive on that, right? I like doing videos. I like to be in front of a camera and get my point across, because one, I can talk fast, right? And I don't like typing. So I can just do a quick video, blah, 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 and then keep it moving. So however aggressive you guys want to be on that, I would definitely try to implement some of these goals. Oh yeah, and a couple of tips on this too is you guys can also, anytime somebody messages you, you can set it up so where, well, not even set it up, you can just literally just DM them back, and you can just say, anytime somebody follows you, anytime somebody follows you, maybe you just respond back and you say, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm following you back. Or thank you so much for the follow, exclamation point. Maybe you sell a product, right? And you say, thank you so much for the follow. Anything you purchase on our website, you get 50% off, 5% off, whatever you like to do, right? This is a little tidbit, little extra thing you can do. All right. Facebook Business Suite, this is what we're going to go into right now. So what's the point of it? Before I even go into it, I'm going to tell you all of the features and benefits. So helps you automate your posts, right? That way I told you not being bogged down all day in Facebook or Instagram. It's one place for everything, comments, direct messages, things like that. It shows your business professionalism, right? Because you're on top of things. You have all of your DMs, all of your comments, everything in one section, and you're on top of it. They comment, they're not waiting 24, 48 hours, they're waiting an hour, they're waiting an hour and a half, right? Also allows you to run advertisements if you have the ad budget to do so. Insights, it shows you the analytics, right? It shows you the demographic of the people that are engaging on your post. Is it a Black female? Is it a white male? Is it a younger, whatever, right? It tells you all the demographics of your clientele. All right. And then it's also very hands-on. So I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm actually going to make a post too. Let's do that. That'll be interesting. All right, can everybody still see my screen?
Charles, when you get a chance, can you check the chat? There was some questions.
Yeah. How do you get 10 followers a day? I love it. So everything I just said, right? I mean, this is the most easiest way to get 10 followers a day. And go in there, go on the mutual friend and just start following a bunch of their followers, or start following a bunch of their following, right? Because you have a mutual friend, you follow that other person, they see, oh, hey, Chuck follows him. They're gonna go follow you back now, right? If you follow, if you follow 50 of them, maybe you get 5 new followers. If you follow 100 of them, maybe you get 10 new followers, who knows, right? But go in there and follow, that's an easy way. But also all the other things I put on there, like commenting on people's posts, resharing the posts, things like that, will get you followers and will get you engagement. How do you connect with high profile customers? I think I might need elaboration on that. High profile customers, meaning, I think what Sharon means is, how do I get the high profile people I want? Is that it?
Yeah, like celebrities, leaders, etc.
Okay.
I know my product, I do Jamaican jerk chicken, Jamaican food.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to introduce it to the community where I live, or I service.
Great question.
Mine is authentic. I'm not a restaurant yet.
Right.
I have a commercial kitchen that also has a food court, so that helps.
Okay, awesome. So what I would say on that question, in the Sharon's case, is consistency is the only reason and the main reason you will get high profile clients and the customers you want, right? And maybe you have it in your budget to do, maybe it's a very high profile client. You say, hey, I'm willing to give you, ship you free this for in exchange for a shout out. Or maybe you just say, you just consistently DM higher and higher profile people to where they respond, and you will get a response, right? It's a DM, direct message. People are going to look at it. So it's just about how bad do you want it? How much can you go out there and DM these people and get in front of them? So that's my answer to that. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Marcia, if you have a new Instagram, what's the best way to get individuals to follow from you from the old page? Follow you from the old page. So great question, Marcia. Best way is to keep posting. I know Marcia personally, so I see that you are doing that. Keep doing it, but make sure you tag it too, because if you put it in your story, make sure you hit the @ symbol and you type in the page that you want them to follow, right? And then maybe you say, you actually make a post on your feed too about, hey, go follow this page. Because the people they follow you on your personal, they're most likely going to follow your business, right? They want to support you. So just make sure you just put it out there and you make it easy for them. Because me, if you just send me something, you say, hey, go follow, but you don't put a link to it, I'm not going to go to it. I don't have the time. Right. But if you put a link to it and it's just easy for me to click and I hit follow, I'll follow and I'll keep it moving, keep going on with my day. So that's my advice for that. I don't see any more. If you guys have any more, feel free to stop me, but I'm going to show you how to do the business suite. So going in here, this right here is business suite. So I'm just going to show you guys for my personal business as a mortgage loan officer, how it works for me. All right. So I could literally have a 2 5-hour training on the whole business suite, but I want to go through a few features. All right. So I want to go through what I want to show you guys. First, let's go through how to create a post easy and simultaneously. So I'm going to hit create a post right here. This is the main page. So if anybody doesn't know, you just go to Facebook. Let me do this. Facebook, I don't want anything crazy to pop up. I don't know how Facebook works.
Of course.
That's crazy. So remember how I just said about the Wine Wednesday? I got somebody posting about it right here. That's funny. As I literally just said it. Anyway, this is personal Facebook. So it's right here. So you go to Business Suite. And that's how you get to it right there. And it's going to take me right to the same exact page. And if you don't know how to set up a Business Suite, you can also Google that. It's probably easier, but it's very simple. It's already set up for you. All you have to do is hit Business Suite and then link it to your account. All right, I'm going to hit Create Post. This is my Facebook. This is Instagram. I want to post on Instagram as well. I'm going to paste in my comment, or I can think of one on the fly if I want it. Maybe I want to add in a couple of hashtags and make it easy for you, just right there. I can hit recent, or I can hit the save ones, but I'm just going to do my own. So I'll hit the hashtag symbol. Right, you can go crazy with hashtags too. It really doesn't matter. And why do I put hashtags? Because it boosts the algorithm. Anybody that follows Florida real estate, anybody that follows Michigan real estate, they're going to hopefully see this content as long as it performs well. But at least it gives me a shot, right? And then maybe I always use my own hashtag too, which I encourage you guys to do it. It'll be your own personal hub for all of your content, right? And then that's it. Alrighty. So going in here, I can post it, or I could just simply publish it. All right. So I'm going to go in here. Obviously, if I click on Instagram, you have to have a photo on Instagram. That's one thing. So if I just want to do Facebook, it'll allow me to publish it right now because I don't need a picture for Facebook. But since I'm doing Instagram, it makes me publish it. It says, hey, you don't have a picture, right? So go in here, add the photo. Where is it at? Oops. Where is it at? Mortgage. There it is. And it's going to show you exactly how it's going to preview. All right. So, in a hurry to get your dream home, closing loans fast is what our team does best. Call us today, right? Do that. I put in the content. And then if I want to publish it, I'll publish it right now, or I'll hit this little drop down right here, which you guys can always record. I mean, it's already recorded. You guys can rewind this and see it. I'll hit this little drop down. I want to schedule a post. So it's going to give you the optimal times that most of your people are on Facebook and Instagram. So tonight, if I want to post it, it'll post at 8 p.m. Tomorrow for Instagram, because I guess it's basically saying nobody's going to be on Instagram tonight. So saying, hey, it's better for you to just post this one tomorrow at 5 p.m. So maybe I'm stubborn. I want to do my own. Let's say 7:15 for Instagram today. And then Facebook, we can do the same thing, 7:15. And that is today, January 12th, 2022. Hit save. And then now instead of saying schedule post, instead of saying publish now, it says schedule post. I'm just going to hit that.
So is it an algorithm that they use to find out when your typical customer is on?
Absolutely. Yeah. So they know that's why they say optimal, because they know when most of your people that follow you are on social media. So they put the optimal time.
Yeah, because I'm doing lunch.
Right. Exactly. So
quick question, Charles.
Yeah.
This is Susan. And I wanted to know, sometimes I'll see people post, so it will be the same content for Facebook and Instagram, but then I noticed something. Sometimes it says, oh, link in bio, but on Facebook, there's no, link in bio. So what are your thoughts on that?
So as a
I know what they mean. They mean that for Instagram.
Right. So as a business owner, you can just go in there and put it in your bio, right? So they just weren't on top of it. They didn't do the Facebook link in bio. That's all that was. Nothing major, but as long as they probably only mainly advertising on Instagram. That might be why they did that. And then
Gotcha.
yeah. So for you, since you know now, just put it in, if you got something you say link in bio, put it in your Facebook bio as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. So as you guys can see, it's pretty, it's very easy to you can go in here all day. I can keep making posts and posts, right? I can go in here and you can see everything that I've ever scheduled, people that engage on it, people like this one a little bit more. I don't know why I know that one. So this one was actually something funny. So people engage on that one more, right? So you can kind of see your analytics in here. I'm gonna go in here next to show you. So if you go to insights, this is all of your analytics right here. Shows me how many posts, this one reads. This is an Instagram reel. Remember I said that's the most popular, and look, I got 772 reach off of this one reel. This is a video, Instagram reel, right? Everything else you're getting 61. Even the funny thing I said got 133, but the Instagram reel outperform all of it because it's a reel. All right, you can see how many followers I have, what the demographic is. Only a slight few of them are 18 to 24. It shows me if they're mostly men or female. 25 to 34, mostly men. Now we're getting about even around this range. So you can see, you can play around with it as much as you want. But if I'm a business owner, I know majority of men are looking at my stuff. I'm going to post things that most pertain to men, or relatable things that pertain to men, right? If I'm posting about female, it won't get as much engagement because guys they're not going to know what it is, right? So that's the analytics piece. Like I said, you can play around with it. You can see everything in there. Facebook is not shy about sharing that with you. And then if you want to do ads, you run your own ad. So mortgage industry is a little bit tricky. That's why I have a couple ads rejected, because a lot of compliance reasons. They reject a lot of different things, but you can play around with as much as you want. You can spend as much as you want. You spend $50 like I did on this small one, or you can spend a lot more like you'll see in the previous ads that I've boosted. So that just pays. I'm paying to put it out in front of people. You guys have seen ads on Facebook and Instagram. That's people paying to put it out in front of you, and then hopes that you buy and hopes that you become a new customer. So inbox, so I want to see comments, direct messages. I'll see all that in one place. We can see all my DMs are in one place. People DM me. This is Messenger, Facebook comments, Instagram comments. You'll have everything.
Charles, how do you indicate where your market is for your customers?
Say that one more time. Do I indicate?
Or when you put a post,
Mm-hmm.
for example, I'm in Southern California.
Yeah.
And my locale is in one county, and I would like to draw from that particular county, but I do also cater within like a 40-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
How do we set things up for that?
So do you mean posts or do you mean advertisements? Because paid advertisements, I can show you. Regular posts, that just goes out to the world. That goes out to whoever follows you and things like that. So, but I'll tell you this, if you use a hashtag, SoCal, Southern California, Vegas, you do LA, if you hashtag those places, people are around the area going to see it. Or if you even tag your location, people are going to see it more. But as far as making a regular post, only people that really have a chance of seeing it is the people that follow you, unless you pay for an advertisement.
Okay, so just hashtag the locales.
Exactly. Hashtag any little saying you guys have in California, I would hashtag that. That way you're not going out too far. You're not reaching people out here in Florida. You're reaching people in your area that can actually buy from you. So that's actually a good point. Whenever you guys are creating an ad, you want to make sure, let's do this. So you can see I'm doing create ad, choose a goal. I want to boost. I just want to promote my page. I want people to come to my page more. I can make whatever I want, and then it's going to show me what I want to do. If I want smart audience, Facebook will customize the audience, or if I want to do my own demographic. So with me, very hard to do. This is one of the reasons why my ads got rejected, is because we cannot discriminate in mortgages, right, at all. So if I only want people from the age of 25 to 65 because those are the people that have a home. Instagram, Facebook instantly shut it down because per the law, you have to advertise to anyone 18 to 65 in mortgages, right? So for you, it seems like you're in, I think, the food industry, right? You can do anything you want. Doesn't matter. So you can do, hey, the only people are going to buy from me are probably people, everyone, men and female, the age of 30 and up, 28 and up, right? And then you can say Southern California. Let's just say, let's do all of California. Or if you want to go down, you can go to, what's another place in California? Besides like let's just
San Diego, Los Angeles.
San Diego, San Francisco, anywhere, yeah.
Disneyland, Anaheim.
To San Fran, I'm gonna take out Troy, Michigan. And you can customize it, right? So this just allows me to know I'm not spending too much money because I know I'm only gonna, I know I'm not gonna drive out and give anybody food out of this 10-mile radius, right? So I'm only gonna go within this 10-mile radius. I want people that, who am I following? Food lovers, foodie, all right?
Yeah.
That's one of the big hashtags. Restaurants, whoever, all right, whoever you want on there.
Okay.
And then I want to save this audience. You see I have the San Francisco area, then the 10-mile radius, people in your local area. That's good. Oh, I just changed it again. Okay, there we go. I would have to go back there and put it in, but anyway, when do I want the ad to run? January 12th today. I want it to end 17th. It gives me 5 days with the ad budget of, let's say like $10 a day. That means the max I'll spend is $50. If I want to get more crazy, it's going to tell you exactly how many people it's going to reach. See that if I spend, let's do $300. If I spend $300, I can possibly reach 3,000 people a day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to have my credit card right there for the world to see. All right, so I'm going to cancel that because I'm not going to do it. Cancel, confirm. But you guys get the just now. Using everything's all in one place, right? For Business Suite.
Charles, can you check the chat again, please?
Absolutely. Let's see. So there are a list of symbols and what the purpose of the function of @ and hashtag is. So @ is anytime you want to mention someone, the @ symbol that you put in the comment. It's if you want to mention somebody in your post. So if I'm talking about LeBron James, I hit @ and then type in his name and his name will pop up. I tag him in the post. If I'm using hashtags, like I said, I want, like, people follow hashtags, they follow the algorithm. So if I put hashtag foodie, like we just showed there, everybody that follows that hashtag is possibly going to see her content. A lot of people will see it actually. That's the purpose of that. Yes, you can schedule stories and reels. I'll show you how to do that. When you change your advice for posting. If I'm targeting an older audience, I'll make it more simple, right? That would be my only advice I would change. Right, you don't want to have a bunch of things that get people's mind all over the place, right? You want something that's very straightforward, right? Maybe mortgages for me, it's mortgage refinance, and then I'm just putting, you know, a picture or something like that. I would just kind of break it down a little bit. I think that's it in the chat. So once again, I'll show you how to post some stories. I want to post a story. I can do the same thing, create story. I'll upload my content right here. I'm not going to do it right now. And then it'll show me all my scheduled stuff. I don't usually schedule stories only because I do it on my cell phone way easier than doing it here personally, just because you can use more emojis easier. You can kind of see the whole effect, kind of play with it a lot more. But yeah, everything else you can, like I said, is right here. You can see, you'll be able to post a lot of things quickly, a lot of posts. I can post so many things as I'm talking to you guys in 2 seconds, right? And just go in here. Perfect, and I can publish it right now, or I can schedule it. Already done, I can schedule it. All right, so you guys can see how easy that is. Well, perfect, that is all for me, unless you guys have any more questions in Business Suite. I know, like I said, I can have a 20-hour training on Business Suite, but I think I cover most of it for people that are kind of curious, and you can obviously go play around in it yourself to see everything. You can schedule the whole month in advance. That's all for me. What kind of questions we have?
This is Sharon again.
Hey, Sharon.
What do you recommend when it comes to setting up photos? Do you recommend going directly into your photo file, or attaching photos to your company?
So what do you mean, for a post?
Yeah. What I do is I take pictures of the food that I prepare. And there oftentimes what I plan to do is to do like a special. And I can't take it, I'll have to take it on my iPhone. With the iPhone, it puts it in a file, like a Microsoft photo file. Now, to transfer it to Instagram or Facebook, do you recommend I go in and select those photos and transfer them to the Instagram or the Facebook file? Or when I'm posting and then pull it directly from my photo file?
That one's kind of, I never really heard that one before. I think the best way to do that would be to just take it right off of the photo file. It sounds like, right? Because the other one sounds like a double step almost.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I think so. If I can hear you right, I just want to make sure.
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Also, how do you edit or delete a photo?
A photo?
Mhm.
Let me show you. What do you mean, like a previous photo, or one that you scheduled out to post that you don't want to post anymore? I'll show you both here. So if I want to hurry and go delete this one, actually, I think it just posted. Oh, no, it didn't. Perfect. I just go here and hit delete post for each one of those, or I could just click the check boxes and before it even goes out, delete post.
Charles, there's another question in the chat too.
Okay. How do you send automatic messages in Business Suite? So myself, I've never used it, but I'm sure it's right in here. I remember seeing it a few times. I just never put it out here. This automated responses. So no, I click kind of fast. Like me, obviously it's second nature for me. I can kind of find these things quick. That's why I encourage you guys all play with it as well. But right when I go in the home, you can see this is my home page. Click on inbox. This is that message icon right here, automated responses. If I want to, anytime somebody messages me in Messenger, Instagram, I could just say something sweet like, hey, thanks so much for reaching out. Someone will be right with you. Something like that, right? Or you can say anything you want, right? That's just something generic. You can see. All right, cool. So I can say anything like that. Thank you for contacting Pinpoint Mortgage. Obviously capitalize that. This is great for everybody. This is a great question because it makes you look like you're on top of stuff, right? Anytime somebody messages you, you message them right back. You don't even have to be in front of the computer. It's automatically gonna do it for you as long as you set this up. So thank you for contacting Pinpoint Mortgage. Someone will be right with you. And then right here, save changes. For some reason it's not changing. Janice is good. How do you add a shopping cart? I'm not sure what that means.
Means that your customer pay in advance.
Oh, okay. So it's down here. Making me work now, huh? I like it, Sharon. Going here to all tools. You can set up multiple different things. Billing. Let's see exactly how to do it though. Sharon, that's something me and you probably have to connect with on later. So I think it's in here, but I don't want to hold everybody up. We'll go on that later. Is that okay, Sharon?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll figure that out. Figure that out for you. All right, perfect. Well, thanks everybody for joining. You guys have all my contact information. Feel free to reach out if you need anything. Also reach out through MP Services, say Charles, let them know how I did. Let me know if you guys want a second training or whatever you think is helpful. All right.
Okay, if there aren't any more questions, this meeting is over. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you.
Please make sure to complete the survey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.